let's bake some bread. All right, second video. Let's make some wheat bread. I feel like this is the Great American Baking Show because I have a recipe we're gonna follow, and it's bread wheat. All right, so I've got
Great British Bake Off.
What did I say?
Great American Recipe Show.
You know, the great
Noob.
the Great British Baking Show.
GBBO.
LOL. Okay, so on the podcast like a year ago, I had the owner from Living Sky Grains on the show. And so this is direct-to-consumer wheat. They have like 4 or 5 different brands of wheat, and they're from Three Forks, Montana. So stick around at the end of the video. I'm going to show you how I found them and how I ordered it. Ordered it online. It was like $20 for a 5-pound bag. And it got here within like 3 days. So great. So easy, direct-to-consumer. So it's a very simple recipe. Sadie, what are you doing? All right, easy recipe. It is 2 cups wheat flour, 2 cups regular flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, yeast, and 2 cups of water. This is the easiest bread recipe I could find, and we're gonna do it, and we're gonna cook it in the Dutch oven. So first thing first, we are going to combine the ingredients. We're gonna start with the 2 cups of whole wheat flour.
Remember how I taught you?
Yeah, you taught me well. All right. So that is 1 cup, right? Allie's the pro baker. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. 2. All right. And then we got. Sadie, what are you doing? The normal flour. 1 cup. 2 cups. So it's all dry ingredients first, and then I got the yeast, which I'm gonna be real honest with you. This yeast expired 7 months ago, but I looked online and apparently dry yeast is still good up to 2 years after its expiration date. So we're gonna see if it's any good.
Wait, aren't you gonna put?
No, it's all dry ingredients first. Too late now. All right, 1 packet, and then Allie doesn't.
I think you should have let that bloom in the water, but you do.
Allie doesn't like the chaos of my cooking. And then 2 tablespoons of salt. Teaspoons.
What are you making your tea of that? You want some bread? Somebody wants some bread? Number 1 rule of baking: never measure. In case it goes over, then you don't ruin the whole batch.
It's fine. Maybe. All right. We're gonna mix it all just a little bit. Well, what should I use with this?
A whisk.
A whisk? Or a ladle?
No.
Whisk it just a little bit.
Why just a little?
Huh?
Why just a little bit?
I don't know. That's all the YouTube videos said. And all the recipes. All right. Now the difficult part. We have room temperature water. Yeah, they put a little bit and then they mixed it.
Okay, do that.
All right. So we're gonna add a little bit of the water.
Your utensils are all wrong. It seems to really mix bread with a spatula.
Hey. Okay, all the videos I watched and all the recipes, they said you can use a spatula. Sadie. All right, we got a wet dough forming. You see it, looks good. See, I'm not so crazy now using a spatula, huh? Oh, look at that. Look at that. All right, now, actually, here's one.
Also, did you know our oven has a proofing level?
It does? I didn't know that. All right. Now's the hard part. Not really. We gotta let it. Okay, I looked it up. Allie, do you know the difference between rise and proof? Is there a major difference?
I don't know.
So apparently they're just like interchangeable. So this could be called the rise, or it could be called the proof. But we're gonna let it rise for 2 hours, and then come back and then fold it, and then let it proof again, then bake it.
Go ahead. You got plenty of room.
2 hours later, actually 2.5 hours later. All right, so the bread dough has actually risen, which is a good thing. So that means our yeast worked. So that's pretty cool. We get some flour on the workbench. This is my favorite part because we can just make a mess of everything. All right. Look at this. We're getting there. All right. Now I'm gonna add just a little flour.
Oops.
What?
The light was in the corner. Just the corner.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so this isn't technically you're not kneading it. What?
She comes through every time.
What are you
She either
doing?
walks out or comes back in.
Okay, so I'm putting just a little bit of flour on it. This is not kneading, but we have to fold it a couple times. So I'm just gonna elongate it and then fold it. So again, this is not kneading it. Just gonna keep doing that. Make it nice and long. Allie is trying not to laugh at me. You like it?
Yes, you happy
Yeah. Okay, and then
That's pretty good.
look, it's so cute. This looks better than my last dough balls. All right, now I'm gonna try to pick it up without messing the bottom, and then put it in there.
Let me see. Hold it up.
And look at this little, oh, it's sliding. Look at it, so cute. And then cover it with a tea cloth, and then let it rest for 2 hours. And then we're gonna bake it. So we'll be back again in 2 hours. And while that's proofing, you're gonna preheat your oven to 450 degrees with the Dutch oven in it. All right, so the bread has been rising again for like, I think about 1 hour and 45 minutes. And it looks pretty great. So now I'm going to take out the Dutch oven out from the oven and then set it up here and try to transfer it. Fingers crossed it goes well. All right, now the tricky part. The Dutch oven is nice and hot. Let's put just a little bit of flour in there so it doesn't stick. And we're going to gently take out the dough. So then we'll put it back on the workbench. Work it into a ball again. Okay, you see that flint right there? I burned the crap out of my forearm. All right, looks not bad. Put this on, and then back into the oven. Okay, Google, set a timer. All right, now while that is baking, we're gonna make a very easy compound butter, which compound butter is just you add ingredients to butter, that's it. So I'm taking about a handful of rosemary from our garden, and I'm gonna add some salt, pepper, garlic powder to 1 stick of butter. So basically just have the stick of butter at room temperature, add 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons, really depending on how much rosemary you want. Add that into the butter, and then you're going to add about 2 teaspoons of salt, which I would recommend 1 teaspoon. The recipe I found said 2, but it was a little bit salty for our tastes. And then I added about half a teaspoon of garlic, and then about half a teaspoon of salt and pepper, or sorry, just pepper. And then you mix it all up until it's all incorporated. And then a really cool hack I found is put some saran wrap down and spoon out the butter. And then once you spoon it out, you're gonna wrap it in the saran wrap until it's about like a little log shape, and then put it in the fridge, and then boom, you've got a very simple compound butter that you can add to steaks, to bread, to pretty much anything you want to use butter with. And shocker, something else I forgot to record. The last 15 minutes of baking, take the lid off the Dutch oven and let the top of the bread brown. I left it off for about 15 to 20 minutes, so just keep an eye on it and just take it out before the top of it turns, really, really dark brown or black. But I left it in there for about 20 minutes extra with the top off, and it turned out perfectly. All right, it's been about 10 minutes with the lid off. Let's see how it looks. All right. Not bad at all. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Woo. Here we go. All right. Now we gotta wait for it to cool. and try to shoot some B-roll with the camera. Okay, I'm letting it cool, and sounds great, but you probably can't hear it, but it's like crackling a little bit as it's finishing baking. It's so cool. All right, cross-section time. Oh, not bad.
Ooh, still steaming.
Still steaming. All right, not bad texture. Could have let it rise a little bit longer, but not too bad. Okay, so a couple of articles that I read and some, like the 7 videos I watched about baking bread. When it's spongy like this and there's not many air holes, if you want it lighter, let it rest for a lot longer. So a lot of videos, they let it rest from like 4 hours all the way up to 20 hours. So we only rested this for a total of 4 hours. And it's still got some air pockets. It's still pretty good. It's not super duper light, but if you want a super light bread, maybe let it rest for a day or so. Now let's try it a little bit with the compound butter. I let it rest for like 30 minutes. It's still a little bit warm. Now with the rosemary compound butter. Allie, am I wearing enough flour? All right, let's try it. Not bad. The butter is delicious, and the bread is also very good. Sadie, what you looking at? You want the bread? What?
She's always lurking. You can just see her eyes.
You want a little piece of bread? You want a little piece of bread? Oh. I'll go. Okay, so the bread baking was fun, but with this little bit of the video, I wanted to show you how I ordered it online and really how easy it is now, thanks to the internet, thanks to social media, how easy it is to buy online. All right, so I'm on the Living Sky Grains website. Super cool website. Again, they're from Montana. And this is essentially what I did. I scrolled down. You can see they've got a decent amount of wheat products you can order. And I ordered, I believe, the Yellowstone. Okay, so we're going down. I got the ultrafine wheat flour, I believe. Yeah, that's it. The white ultrafine whole wheat flour, and I just added it to my cart. And then boom, check out. Literally that easy. I think it got here within like 4 or 5 days, I believe. But you're probably wondering, yeah, Trevor, I know how online shopping works, but how do I find these farms? So there's a bunch of different ways. One, kind of a little plug here, I'm on the Farm Traveler Farm Finder page on Facebook. And with that, you get access to the Farm Finder page on our website, which right now, it's a map of a bunch of different farms that I've interviewed on the podcast. I've had clips of them on YouTube and even some farm tour farms. And on here, you can just click around, look at the map, see where you are, and you can look at those farms. And best of yet, you can order from those farms that offer direct-to-consumer shipping. So if I scroll down, first one I see is going to be Casey Cattle Company. Click it, and all things Casey Cattle Company. They are a veteran-owned and operated business. They've got great tasting Wagyu. They've got what was voted the world's best hot dog, and it's a Wagyu burger. It's a Wagyu meat hot dog, I believe. But yeah, you shop on here, put it in your cart, order it directly from your home. If you want this Farm Finder map, I will link it in the video below, but feel free to join the Farm Traveler Farm Finder page on Facebook. Another tool that I like is this Fresh from Florida website. Fresh from Florida is the brand in Florida, obviously. They kind of showcases Florida agriculture. What's in season, what stuff is being grown in Florida, what do we have? And they've got a really cool website where they highlight their Florida farmers. You can see farms in Winter Haven, Plant City, Arcadia. You can even see what is being grown in season in Florida right now. So if I look for let's just say produce now, boom. You've got broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, celery, oranges, and if you click on one of these, it will give you recipes, which is super cool. Now, right now, at least from these recipes, it doesn't give you farms that you can order from, which I think they should add that very soon because that would be really cool. But they also have a page with agritourism where you can, again, this is kind of specifically just for Florida, but you can find any farms that are around you that you can go and tour. I think this is huge. If you're in Florida, you should give this a try. And these are places you can visit, places you can order from, places that go to farmers markets, all that stuff. I want to try to see if there are other states that also do this. I'm assuming there are, so that'll be really cool. Kind of on the Florida route, there's another Facebook group that I'm a part of. It's called the Florida Farm Finder. I have seen a plethora of other states that have this available. So look up your state, go to Facebook, look up groups. Yeah, social media has made it so easy to order online. And now that's great. But now the tricky part is, what farmers do I buy from? Social media, Facebook, even freshfromflorida.com are a great way to get started. And of course, go join our Facebook group and you can get access to this Farm Finder map, which I'm updating regularly. And you can see a bunch of people around the country, even really around the world, that you can order from. So yeah, hope this helps. If you have any comments, if you've ordered from any farmers or ranchers, let me know in the comments below. I would love to learn about some new farmers or ranchers we can support. Maybe we can try some recipes on the channel and all that good stuff. All right, hope you liked the video. We'll see you in the next one.